do it the Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. 'Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear all I say. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, oh, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hello, we are live and it is Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis. Welcome. I am going to be painting Dreamstate from Mindwork Games, and we're going to be giving away this awesome Seraph model, and I'll be doing a little box opening of that as well. So how is everybody? Let me put my desktop audio on here real quick. Where'd my mouse go? Oh, here. I am like a little frazzled today because it's been a minute since I streamed. Here we go. Here's some music for you guys. There we go. All right, now I'm going to run into the comments and see if anybody say hi in chat. Oh, Bachelor is here. Hello. Bachelor is going to try to post every now and then a link to the giveaway for the Seraph. So we'll see how that goes. If you aren't able to, I think there might be in the description of this video a link as well. And if not, we'll work it out. We'll figure something out so that everybody can get to it. Let me see if I can post it real quick. Boop, here, paste. Let's see. Nope, that's my YouTube link. I didn't do it. See if you can post it, Batelure. Let me try. I have to go back down to Discord and copy the link. There it is. Alright, so this is the bit.ly. Copy that and see what happens. Let me see if it'll let me. Because maybe it won't. I don't know if it'll let that or not. Boom. Is it going to work? Hello, Bill. How are you? See if you can click on that. You've never watched a stream on YouTube. It actually is really, I think it's higher quality than Twitch, to be honest. Let me show you. Look at this. Look. It's really nice. You can really see the details of things that I'm going to be working on. There is in the description as well. Awesome. And I just posted the link and it looks like it might be clickable. It is clickable. Okay, I'm excited. All right, I'm going to get my palette ready. And I am using a wet palette today because we're doing some skin tones and I need to be able to glaze nice. And I'm looking for, here's a couple skin tones I can use. I've got several things here. One, so when I am painting, I like to have a magenta, a yellow, and a turquoise. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. Do I want to use this new jade? Or, nope, we're going to use this bright jade. So there's my turquoise. And then I need a pastel yellow, which Reaper makes really nice pastel yellows. That's a good one. That's not one that everybody can get though. So let me grab one that everybody can get. Golden Glow. There we go. So that's what I need. I also need an olive green color, which I've got her primed already. So I primed her black and I did an overspray, and you can catch the whole video either on my I think the whole video is on my TikTok, and it may also be on my Twitter. But anyway, I used this olive green from Stynal Res to overspray, and you can see it came out so dark because it was already over the black. Yes, it is nice. You can see really well. This is going to be a really nice, I think, hopefully, tutorial for skin tones after. Hopefully. It's okay. So then I'm going to use a darker flesh color, and I need a medium one. Now, I don't like to say the word flesh but that's what these paints are actually named, because it implies that peach is the default flesh color. It's not. But I want to show you something. Recently, they put out a nice dark brown. Look at this pretty one. That one I'm going to use. I need a little bit lighter. Where's that? Maybe that is it. Yeah, no, that's pale pink, but I have a lighter flesh one too. Maybe not. Oh, no. I thought I had another flesh color somewhere. Hold on. I need to look. Is this it? Warm flesh. That'll work. We can use it. I kind of prefer it to be cool though, to be honest. Alright, well, they do make another peach color, but apparently, so I've got tan, pale pink, shadow flesh. Sorry, let me show you the pictures. So I've got shadow flesh, dark flesh, and you'll be able to see these colors on my palette in a little bit. This is tan flesh, and it's basically just a medium. So you're going to need a triad of flesh tones to start. Here's another example. This is actually probably closer to what I need, is this dark, medium, light. Or you can use Reaper, which I have some Reaper ones that are really nice. So look at that. This is actually a pale triad, fair highlight, fair shadow, and fair skin. We might actually use these because look at how nice. But that's going to be really pale. Kind of like, we'll mix a lot. So the other thing is, thank you for the opportunity to win such a cool model. Yeah, so click on the link above. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe let me add it again here. I'm going to, when people talk about the Seraph model, maybe we should open the Seraph model first. Here's the link to the giveaway. You like that you're picking from the newer Monument releases? You got them, but you have been too busy to play with them at all. And I did a video of the whole 4th expansion that you can look up. It's on probably all my socials. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Let's do the face. So here's Seraph. It's a pretty big box. This one is only a run of 600, and it is a 1/10 scale model. Have I opened this? I don't think I've opened this yet. Ooh. There's some crinkle paper in here, and it's a 1/10 scale, so it's not a tiny model. Okay, that's it. I'm just gonna set that aside. I don't want to. Yeah, I'll just set that right there. So now we can do overhead. There we go. I'm going to scoot this a little bit out. Alright, so there's a hand holding some kind of holy symbol, and in the other hand is holding a scabbard with looks like a sword in it. Oh, you know what? I figured this out. She's basically drawing her sword. So this is not a holy symbol. This is the hilt of this sword. So that looks like it's going to be tricky to glue in, man. And then this, I'm guessing, goes in here. So yeah, she's drawing it. She's holding it, and then she's pulling it. Probably pulling it out. Wait, let's do it like this. Ah! So one of you guys is going to be able to go home with this. You do not necessarily have to watch the entire stream to be able to enter. But you do have to fill out that web form in order to win. And you got to make sure your correct email's in there, because otherwise I'll have no way to get a hold of you. Hi from the UK. Thank you. Holy lollipop. Yes, this is a gorgeous model. Okay. Good. I'm glad you guys all... So here she is. Gorgeous. Wow. She's just... So what I love so far about this model is kind of just the artful... It's got a little S curve, and there's lots of like more of these design lines. It's, if you look in design, oh my god, these wings, holy cow, they're beautiful. There's some density to these. Let's see how this fits. Oh wow, this is going to be so nice. I'm kind of jealous of one of you guys who's going to get this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. How pretty is that? So you can win this. I thought I would lure you guys here. There's a very high chance. I mean, right now we have 9 viewers, so odds are good. Odds are very good. And like I said, I would prefer if you stuck around for the whole thing, but I understand. I don't think the stream's going to be more than an hour. We'll do an hour today and an hour tomorrow. And I think that'll be good. So you have more than one day to enter too. So if you miss this, here we go. This is Dreamstate, and this is the face that goes on her. And I did do a little airbrush kind of priming thing. This is a lovely model. Let me see, make sure and everything. And then here is what she sits on, this little stone bench. I thought we would get straight into the skin tones. Like I said, I like to use this, it's like an Italian Renaissance painting technique called Verdaccio, and pardon me if there's any Italians that I've butchered that. But it has this green. Oh, we got a YouTube subscriber. Thank you. All right, I'm going to put some paper on my palette. And full disclosure, I am sponsored by Redgrass Games, who has this lovely hobby mat that I've got, as well as this wet palette. All right, let's see. You want more viewers for the stream, but you want less viewers for the giveaway. Yeah, I know. That's okay. All right, I'm going to put this one down first. So this is the dark flesh. Ooh, that's a beautiful, beautiful brown. Let me figure out what brush I want to use. This is a Rosemary & Co. number 3, which, okay, that's going to be nice. It's a little bit bent, but that's okay. All right, let's try this. Set that aside. Here's this brown, and I'm going to use this to shade with a little bit. I'm going to stick this. I need my green as well. Let me get my olive green from Procryl. Is this it? Black green, not the same. Dark camel green. Actually, dark camel. I think I have an olive green. Hold on. That's black. Okay, so we'll just use dark camel green. So that's about the same color as what I've got on the model. And this, let me show you. So green and red will make this kind of muddy color, but that's a nice transition color for going into. We're probably going to mix this with some of the other flesh colors. Okay, let me put some of the dark flesh on here as well. Peach, you don't need to use exactly Procryl. You can use any, see how I mix this muddy peach color? And then I'm going to start. Let's start with the chin. Okay, and I'm just going to very carefully, softly, begin painting. Oh no, I put this, did I stick her? Yeah, she fell in, luckily she fell into the green paint, so it won't hurt anything. If she had fallen in the peach, that might have caused the issue, but the green is already there, so it's fine. Alright, so, like I said, let me wipe off my fingers now that they're covered in paint. I'm having a very klutzy day this morning. There we go. Get this brown down here on her neck. This is this mud color brown. Oh, I gotta move up. Sorry. So I begin layering carefully, and as I'm layering up, I can begin wet blending in some of my lighter colors. I'm not able to see. Well, let me try my streaming glasses real quick. I've got a pair of glasses that might let me see both the model and the screen. That one has super glue on it. I actually ruined my glasses with super glue. That's annoying. Here they are. These are good glasses. Okay. Yes. Okay, now I can see both the screen and the model. Use pill bottles. Yeah, I haven't used this handle before. It's I think I got it from maybe Studio J. I can't remember exactly. Studio J7 on Twitch. Somebody gave it to me, but now I don't remember. I might have actually got it from Game Envy, to be honest. So notice that when I'm layering up, where there's a crevice or a line or something, I want to keep that area more in the green. And I'm just layering this up slowly. And I'm going to pull more peach as I get closer to the highlights, right? This will give you a really natural skin tone. I'm using matte paints, but it looks like it's maybe because this model has been primed the way it is. Okay, so see this straight line that looks a little weird to me? So now it's time to grab some more of the peach, and we're going to just pull that down in there so that it's not quite so visible. Get some on her neck there. Okay, go back over here, back to that brown area. Everything right now is sort of the same tone. Later, some of these areas will become more shadowed. Go back into this brown. Let's go back into some of this red here. Oh yeah. Red cancels green. The paint is really cooperating with me today, knock on wood. Very pretty. There's a little spot right here that's going to give me trouble, I think. But because I'm slowly transitioning with this brown, that's why we're getting smooth skin. Okay. And we're also wet blending as well. So the areas where there are more, the raised areas are going to get the bigger highlight, and then we're going to go back down I lost my word. So from dark to light. So we're going back down in value. That's the word, value. Okay. So this is where I'm careful because my paint on her breast here already dried. So I want to feather this carefully. So also, as I start layering and lightening, the shaded areas on her skin are going to... So, sorry, we're doing things in layers. So like this, we're going to start like with maybe the brown layer, right? And then we'll go to the next step up, and it'll be a little smaller. This is how I'm trying to show you the volumes here. So let's start with this brown layer, right? Let's say we're trying to make a sphere look round. Then we're going to go to the second one. This one's going to be a little smaller. Some of this is going to be repeat information for some of you. So mix that into as our mid. Right, there we go. So that's a little bit smaller. And blend. And then we're going to add a little bit more peach and go smaller. And then, see? And then we go back down because I need to blend over here. But you get the idea. This is what we're working up to. So, you know what? So like right now there's too much shadow on my finger here. So we'll go back in with the peach. There, see? Okay, so does that help kind of explain how I'm painting my volumes? Millennia, hello. Nice to see a mini painter use art school skills. Yeah, I went to art school. Sadly, I have to go for now. That's okay. It'll be here on YouTube if you want to come back to it. So, and I'll post it on my socials as well. Millennia, how are you? We're doing a giveaway. I would love to see you paint that bust if you were to win it. So make sure you enter. The link, here, let me send the link. Gotta put my glasses on. Send a link. Here we go. Paste. There we go. If you can grab that. There's this model is, like I said, it's Dreamscape, and I'm trying to remember the name of the artist that. Here, I'll have to look it up. The artist who not sculpted it, but did the painting that this is based off of. Dreamstate. I'll show it to you guys. I think her name is Julie. Let me check. Oopsie. Dreamstate by Mindwork Games. Okay. There it is. Okay, here's the original painting. Oh no, sorry, that's just the painting is behind her. So it's $65. Sculptor is Antonio Marzi. I think I'm saying that right. Licensed by Jody Muir. Jody Muir. So here's the original painting. Isn't that beautiful? I think I'm gonna try and emulate the painting. And that wouldn't be too difficult because this is a very painterly style too. So that means we don't have to super smooth blend. All right, so based on this, there's going to be a lot of shadows actually. Let's paint all these shadows in based on this gorgeous model. And forgive me if I'm not going to paint the back, haha, because I think that watching me paint the back of a model is going to be, well, you know what? Painting the back of this model is not too bad, but I don't think YouTube would like it. I might get, what do you call it? Strikes, content strikes. All right, see how I just wick my finger down the fingers so that slowly building that up. Pretty. She's already looking, you know, kind of natural. I need more water on my palette. There we go. Let's mix some more of this brown-green color that I had, this awesome mud color. That was my transition. There we go. Oop, that's too muddy. Grab some more peach. There we go. Sometimes I get a little too much water on my brush, so I have to kind of do a little thing, and it also kind of points my brush as well. Good. Okay, we're going to transition around the back of the arm into this more green-brown color, because that's I'm going to use some of this red actually, because that way it's more alive. I am going to paint a little bit of this. There we go. This is my metal music that we had commissioned from one of the artists that made this. This is, I mean, don't get mad if this technique is not as fast for you. I've got a lot of experience and brush skills, right? You just have to work your way up to this. Let's add more. She's got a Kim K booty, doesn't she? Booty. I guess that's what's in right now, right? A big tuchus. A sad peach. What? Oh no, I just put my thumbprint right on her tuchus. Look at that. I can fix it because it's still kind of damp. Now it's really sad because All right, I'm going to try to wipe off my brush marks a little bit. Okay. And just remember, I can layer and get rid of these later. And it's also, we're going to end up having this look a little bit painterly, so that's okay. See that shoulder blade sticking out a little bit, so that gets a little bit more peach. Woo. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed, because I think you need to be at least subscribed to the YouTube channel in order to win. So we don't just, I don't think there's any randoms who are going to come over here. All right, more red back here. All right, now I'm going to do some jumping. Well, we got to get more of this shade. Let's make it more this dark flesh. I might have to switch. Let me switch holders because this is not working for me. Or I could... Yeah, I'm going to switch holders. Hold on a second. Here's one. This might work. Let's try this. We'll use some stick tack on here and hopefully she'll stay. All right. All right, is it dry? There we go. Okay, now she'll stay, hopefully. See how I'm trying to match the colors a little bit on that side since... So the knee is going to be lighter, so I'm not using as much of that shadow color. Ooh. Yes. Now this does go back down into shadow, so I'm going to go back in my reds and browns here. Let's add a little bit more red. Underneath. And then go back to this peach to feather in all of that. See that? This is web blending. And I'm just treating it, I'm kind of treating it like a painting, right? I'm treating it like a 3D canvas. I'm not trying to be perfect and smooth. Because I want it to look a little painterly, right? See how I can go in with that same color and then come back here. I need to look at my artwork here. I really need to figure out how to disable my phone screen while I'm on. There we go. Okay. So we need to block in some of these tones because the values here, there's a very bright shoulder, very bright leg, knee, and there's a little scrap right here on the front of her chest. Maybe that one breast. So I'm going to go to, I want a real light color. I've got this pale pink. Ooh, it's clogged. I have a pen. Hold on. Please let me know if you've got any questions during this because it really does help the whole stream You just never know if your question is something somebody else was thinking of, right? There, oh yeah, that's pretty. That's a very pale pink. And then, I also want to have this warm flesh in there too. Oh yes, that color is going to be really nice. We'll mix those together to get that kind of ivory. That's really pretty. Perfect. And one more thing. This is actual ivory. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's a little bit lighter. So that'll be my super highlight, right? And then I think there's actually a little white, like, reflection dot on one part of her skin. All right, so this is going to be tricky. So we got to look and do the volumes. So I'm going to start with her. It's actually much warmer. Let's do this. Add some more. So this is our original mix. Don't ever add a new color without adding a little bit of your old mix, because that way it will always be harmonious. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be harmonious. So, and I'm just gonna, like, I'm not trying to exactly, you know, blend. I'm just getting in some of that, and then we can come back here with that muddy and shade that side. See, it's going to be hard. Shade this down a little bit. There we go. Did I say you're using? Right now I am, yes. Yeah, it's all matte. And I will tell you, if you want easy mode, get some satin paints. I'm going to use a smidge of this peach over here and this pink. Get some satin paints because they will be easier to blend. Okay, I'm going to grab this over here because the actual sculpt doesn't show if this has any light on it. Probably actually doesn't. So far, so good. Okay, now we're going to grab this yellowy color that we mixed in here. And most of this knee. And again, with the underside being more shadowed. What's great is you're gonna be able to stop this and go back and watch it. I know I'm fast, so I think you can change the speed at which you watch this back at. All right, let's go back into this color again. See that, like, made a layer, but it's dried real quick. Light colors will dry faster. So if you want, get yourself one of these Art Pentel. This is Pentel watercolor brush pen. Fill it up with 50-50 water and drying retarder, but be careful because drying retarder will reactivate, so don't use it unless you need to, but it can really help your blends. All right, let me get back in here. Oop, this needs to be dark. There we go. So here's where I'm being careful about blending that right there. More of this. This is really light. I need to block this in. There's that ivory. that we made with the yellow and the pink. This is the lightest part of the whole model here. And her shadows are actually kind of harsh. Ooh, I do see a little bit. Let me add. I feel like warmer. She needs to be warmer. I'm going to add a little yellow to this again over here. That will bring up, yeah, it did. Brought up the volume, or not the volume, the value. Yeah, that looks much better. Yes. See how that's looking like a little shadow area there. Let's go in here and fidget with that. This other knee is not as bright. Not as bright, I said. There we go. Yeah, please feel free to tag me so I can see my name on the screen. It makes them easier to answer questions. All right, and this, oh, I don't want to do that. There we go. Making that muddy color over here. Now I'm taking some liberties. I'm not going to be 100% like the art. When I'm painting here, so when I'm covering with my brush, I'm making these like mopping, almost like a little oval, right? That's the mark that I'm making. And then sometimes I'll turn the model a little bit and then come the other way to cover. Right? It's kind of like house painting. You know how you do the W and then you do the other way, and it's like that. You're making these layers over time. All right, I need to build up on here. This part has that light color. It's a little too light. A little too light. You can always knock it back down. It's a little bit harder to be light than it is to be dark. This is my corporate song. It sounds so generically corporate. All right, I need to look at this. She looks better on camera right now. Hold on, let me take a peek. All right, I'm gonna look at this. All right, so we got the lights and darks blocked in. Feel the urge to make her more peach in some spots, even though she's not. Let me get this front part of her painted. A little bit of green. There we go. That's nice. There we go. I want to get a good layer so that doesn't look like she's partially dead. Adding a little bit more yellow here. Ooh, it turned brown. That's the thing about these are not they're not single pigment paints, so you just don't know sometimes what you're gonna get. Okay. Okay. I need to look at her in my light real quick. Very pretty. All right. More peach. See how we layer? It takes a while. But the biggest thing is I'm trying to keep that part of her shaded, right? I don't want it to be super light, but I also don't want it to look brown too much anyway. I want it to feel like skin. Let's do a little bit over here so we can. Yeah, that feels a little better. Need more water so I can glaze a little bit. Raise your hand if this is giving you new ideas on painting skin. All right, I need to go back in with the greenish color because I lost some of the definition in between her fingers, right? And in order to get that kind of back, I need to kind of go back in there with that dark color first and then come back. There we go. You take it each layer has to dry before going up and down in value. Sometimes. It doesn't hurt to be dry. That's why I move around the model so much, is that I am kind of working certain areas as they are. See, now we're going up in value, but it's wet, right? We're adding some. Gotta be real careful not to get the insides of her fingers. Let's go over here. Blend this into the finger. See? I took a lot of figure drawing and painting classes when I was in school, and yeah, this is looking really good, I think. All right, so something here is starting to bug me a little bit. We're getting the skin tones built up, but I'm gonna have to go back around here. I will have to paint the back. Haha. Let's see what we're gonna do with our tuchus. Let's do this peach and this, because we do have some light coming in here. We can add a little bit of this light. Right. A little yellow here. those lighter skin tones, they will look chalky, and we need to do something about that, which I will do in a second. I'm going to show you how we can get rid of some of that chalkiness. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of drying retarder to my palette, not to the model. Yes, it does. Yeah. Just a little bit of drying retarder to help smooth. The drying retarder itself can help you blend. See, I need this to be brighter. There. I want to add a little bit more and a little bit more peach. So the yellow, okay, I figured it out why this is turning muddy. We have an already tertiary red here. So this red already has some colors in it. Probably a little bit of greens to make it this brown color. We have a green that is a tertiary green. That means it also has some other colors in it, probably a little black and probably maybe a little bit of red as well. Then we have this yellow that is basically a little bit of yellow and white. And I take that back. There is some blue in green, right? Blue and yellow make green. What happens when you mix the three primary colors together? Do you know what color you get when you mix all three primaries together? Points if you know. I'm going to show you. Let's see do I have primary? I don't think I have primary of everything here. Now, so real red is not a primary red. It's actually magenta that is a real red, but we're just going to, for simplicity's sake, show you what happens when you mix a red, a blue, and a yellow together. Okay? Don't need much red. Red is the more powerful color in the spectrum, so it's just a little bit will dominate really well. All right, watch what happens. So remember these, there's a little bit of blue in this green, right? Plus these are complements. They're always going to make a mud color. So here's my purple, right? Purple and yellow are opposite on the color wheel, and then when we mix that together, we get this like gross puce color. And the white in this is mixing to make a muddy color. So how do I fix that? Let's fix that. What I'm going for is I need an ivory. So let's go back over here to my pure ivory. And we'll mix that over here with a little bit of this peach color. It won't be quite so, yes, a little bit more yellow. Here, let me show you. There we go. Trying to get this to be the right, there, so that it's not muddy. That was an interesting little exercise there. All right, I need that drying retarder over here to smooth. More drying retarder. It also can help me like glaze in a very fast way, this drying retarder. But like I said, you got to be careful how much you use it because it will start to reactivate if you go over it again later. All right, now we get back into this muddy color because we're starting to shade down again. Nick says, do you place any emphasis on what primer range you use? Yeah, I only use Stynylrez. That is the only primer that I use. This is a bit of a satin primer. I'm kind of surprised. The white's not, though. The black and the green are a little satin. Yeah, for sure. That answers some questions. Yeah. Oh, see, look at that. That really smoothed out. Very nice. All right, we're getting to a spot. I need to look at her. I'm going to just start making stuff up now. I'm not going to necessarily follow exactly what's on the artwork anymore because I kind of feel like I need to deviate from it. Let's go back into the drying retarder. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Now, this is not a beginner technique. You have to be good at blending, especially if you're going to use matte paints. If you are not good at using matte paints, just go straight to satin and your whole life will get easier. Or use hold on, I've got one actually. Let's try this War Paints mixing medium. I think this might improve my life. It was working the other day when I used white. It's so nice. So this is a medium we can put, and maybe it will make things a little bit more satin too. Yes, it glazes. It glazes nice. And this, my hope is, won't reactivate. There we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. See, now my blends are getting really nice. This is the War Paint. What is it again? I just set it down. War Paint Mixing Medium from Army Painter. Here it is. War Paints Mixing Medium. I like it for so many things. I'm just getting rid of a lot of those little chunky, see this like chunky line? I can get rid of that with this War Paint Medium glaze right over that. Just got to add more paint to it. Back into my muddy color. So now I'm doing, I guess I'm still doing those little oval circles to blend. That helps me. This one needs to be lighter. I need to get back into my medium a little bit. Oop. Whoa, this is the opposite of calm music for me to paint to. Haha. That's okay, I'll paint faster that way. Let's add a little bit more peach. Yes. See how that did? Alright, toes. Same thing as fingers. And she's got kind of funky feet. I don't think men realize. Women don't necessarily have, like, I don't know, not all women have, like, super long toes like this. I sure don't. But a dude sculpted this. Maybe he had a model, maybe not. Alright, we're getting somewhere. See how we're starting to establish that light? Let me get this medium. Let me grab this There's that line that's still there. Let's add some more medium to it. Rinse and feather. See, we got rid of that line. Oh, it was now, but it's back here. Ah! This is tricky because I have to turn the models in funky ways to be under the camera. It's okay. Oh, did you see what I just did? Do you see how I painted onto it and I wore a little hole there? If you do that, stop. Let it dry. Let it kind of, you know, seal over. And then go somewhere else so that you're not wearing holes. Because if you keep going in there, it's just going to frustrate you more and more. Now here's again where the shadows need to be a little harsh. I'm going to take my brown color and my red color here. And they need the medium so I can feather this. So we have a transition between the shadows there. There, that's looking good. Okay. I forgot this knee. Ooh. More medium to be able to smooth some of those brush strokes out. Alright, let me check and see if chat died, because I have a feeling everybody entered the giveaway and booked. Do we have people still here? Let me check. 9 viewers, that works. You guys are all still with me. I appreciate you. I really do. That makes me feel glad. Right over here. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be streaming again tomorrow. What time do we have? It's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna stream for a little bit more. I'm going to start on the cloth a little bit and the hair, so we at least have a good start for tomorrow. Okay, so let's look at the artwork. I think she's got brown hair, which is what I'm going to go with. It's very dark brown hair. There she is. And I see some tints of red in it, so let's put that in first. We're going to do some underpainting is what it's called. And inside these little crevices, we'll get a little red in there. Watching while playing World of Warcraft on, or World versus World on Guild Wars. That's okay. I super appreciate it, Millennia. You can be doing anything while we're painting on her. Just that little pop of color makes a big difference already too. I am tempted to just go ahead and paint it this whole red color. Let's just do it, and then we can always layer over, right? Just to see what happens. And then you see how I kind of pull my brush over her hair like this? It gives me my dark areas as well. I'm going to pick out a nice brown to go on top of this. Probably a Reaper color, because I like Procryl, but they don't, I mean, I might have to mix a brown actually, to be honest. Some of their browns are kind of desaturated. It's interesting. I like a really good colorful brown. Here, I'll push that on. And again, look at how limited our palette is. It really is. I think I want, let me look at this. By the way, if you are interested in purchasing Dreamstate once she's done, you're welcome to message me and I will tell you how much I'm looking to get for her. And I'm flexible as well, so I am mindful of people on a budget. And yeah, because I was told that they would be okay if I kept the model if I want to sell it to a collector. And I said, well, I don't really know if I have a collector or not. And they're like, well, we can buy it if they don't. And I was like, okay. But I want to give people a chance. Oh yeah, I love that. There we go. So let's go back to the back of her head again. Well, we'll just keep putting this red on and then we'll somehow figure out how to shade this in a second. Okay. I want to put some dark colors. Let's try this Mahogany. This will go well with everything already on the palette. It'll be a nice, beautiful dark red. I'm looking at, let me try something here. Ooh, that made an interesting color. You know what? Actually, I'm going to have to add a new color because I think this golden color is actually in her hair. It's got an ochre kind of color to it. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this changes things. I'm going to, again, add a little bit of this mess over here. They sculpted her hair to be more wavy. Okay, before I do that, I need something like a... Let me try some Reichland Flesh Shade on her hair to give me my shadows. I think it probably is actually going to end up being... Yeah, it's going to end up being darker than that. Hold on. Let's do transparents. We've got blue. We've got purple. Notice I'm not using black. I'm trying to get my dark shadows in there without using black. Let's go over here. Transparent blue. Pretty clogged up. Hold on. There it is. There we go. We got this little booger out. Okay. There. That's my transparent blue, and here's my transparent purple. And I think yeah, we'll just leave that. Let's try the transparent brown as well. This is my favorite paint of the entire Pro Acryl line right there, is that transparent brown. Let's take some of this brown. Take my glasses back off. We're trying to make a dark color that's not black. And sometimes if you take brown and blue, look at that, you make this beautiful deep shadowy color that's just gorgeous. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to paint it into these crevices a little bit. Because we've already got so much green in there, it's really going to look good. Add a little purple to that. What happens? Now it's nice. It's not quite so green. I'm going ahead and put this on her cloth in the shadows under her leg. Just take this off for a second. Start blocking in some of these shadows. Okay. Go back under her neck. Off cam. Oh, you're right. Let me let me do that. Problem is I was putting my palette under my little spot there. There we go. Let's go ahead and paint this whole thing this dark purple color and see what happens. Because that side's supposed to be more in the shadows anyway. Remember, hair isn't really matte, right? Hair has got oils and stuff, and it will always look a little weird if you paint hair completely flat matte. Alright, starting with the shadows under here. I'm using this pretty straight. There goes my glasses. Not a lot of dilution here. There's just pretty much straight purple mixed with brown with blue. There we go. Because yeah, I'm not liking this red at all. It doesn't have the depth that I want it to have. At least not yet. And also this purple will counteract that moon color, right? The moon is like yellow, so it'll look cool with that. Okay, let me go back into this a little bit. This edge of the hair here, right where it touches the skin, is important because you want that to be clean. Add a little water. There we go. See, and it dries matte. The transparent paints. It's really nice. But you can still see that little bit of red that's underneath, it does make a difference. So it's not straight up purple. It's got that red kind of shining through it. Okay, let's go back to this side because I just realized this is, there we go. I'm going to put her back on the holder. Get a little bit of this medium, go back over here. See how that dried a little bit more satin, I think? I'm not positive, but let me put some more of that Army Painter medium. It's not cheating to use mediums with acrylic. People have been doing it for a couple thousand years, or as long as acrylics have been around anyway. So don't be afraid to modify your paints. Especially if you get the result you want, right? And it makes it easier because painting matte paints is a pain. Especially if you're impatient like me. I like to smooth blends. All right. I want to start showing you guys some things that happen when I start adding my, I call them my adjuster color. What do I call them? Adjuster colors. We're adjusting the temperature, right? Oh, dang. Good thing that didn't fall in my model. Whew. So this is Instar Magenta. Any pure magenta is going to work. Reaper has it. Bunch of different, Chimera has it. Chimera's magenta is nice, but you just need a tiny amount of magenta, and you're going to just mix that in to your flesh color here till you get the right glaze. And you need the medium, because look at that, you need it to be thin. Do you see that? This is what I'm talking about when you need a glaze of it. So I'm going to put this, and this is not on the painting, but that's okay. I'm going to put this over here. A little tiny bit more. Yeah. I want that knee to be rosy-ish. Because anywhere the bones, this is where we're going to start having her come more alive. Anywhere the bone is touching, see your shin bone, right? So where the bone is close to the skin, that's where you're going to have a little bit more of that rosiness. Anywhere on the ends of the feet, right? The toes have a lot of little capillaries in them. I'm going to tap that. So let's see. I need to go there. See, that got a little too rosy in a way. I'm going to have to go back in and fix her feet again. Where's that medium? There we go. Am I staying on cam a little better this time, Bet? Hopefully so. Let me add a little green. I think we need a little... Yikes! That was too much. Got a little exuberant with that. Let's do this. There we go. There. Much better. Kind of that green counteracts some of that red. That was going a little crazy for me. Okay. Grab a smidge of that magenta again and on the top of that knee. That part does not want to, that might be an area where I got some, where it needs to just sit and dry. Alright, I'm going to grab the hairdryer real quick and give this to hopefully maybe settle that spot. That spot does not want to take paint for some reason. It could be there's some mold release on it. Handle is on camera, but not much of the mini. Oh no! Not much. Oh, because I'm doing this a lot? Yeah. Let's pull this up. There. Is that might be a little bit easier. That might be better. You'll be able to see it a little better then, maybe. Alright, I feel like her skin is really gray, but these parts here and here and here are starting to look how I want them to. I'm going to add a little bit of turquoise to, again, add a little. This is something that just really makes Caucasian skin look real. I'm going to add a little bit of this blue to my flesh color here. And anywhere where we're going to shade down, right, a little bit, add a little bit of this blue, just a little bit. You're going to see what a difference this makes here. And just thin, thin, thin. It makes it feel really real. Like there's, you know, veins and stuff under here. Better. Good. Good. Much better. Good. So we're going to get a little bit in here. In the elbow pits. Right? That's where there's shadow. On the sides of her arms. Like under her hair here. Yeah. See what this blue does? Didn't her skin just kind of start looking like it's real? Right? Isn't that interesting with that little bit of turquoise? Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of my pastel yellow. This is an corrector color. Corrector color? Adjuster colors. I can never remember what I used to call them. We're adjusting temperature on the skin, though. Where is my needle there? Here it is. Reaper bottles are kind of annoying. They're really hard to get open sometimes. Oops, see, and there's a whole bunch of medium that squirted out, so I need to shake this much better. There we go. Okay. Again, you just don't need a lot. Just of those corrector, I call them corrector colors. That's right. You just need a little bit. Okay, so now, where is my light source going to be? Here, 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 a little bit here. And just a little bit on her chin. So I'm going to go back to my color here. A little bit of this one too. Do real soft. I'm being a little bit more careful here. Let me get my yellow. That's too bright. Now because that little bit of blue that's in there, hopefully that will make it that light color that I'm going for. Let me get some medium. This is sort of let's add a little bit of that turquoise back here. Want to feel like she's pretty pale. A little bit of this peach. There we go. That warmed it up a little bit. Shoshie, I've missed you. I got a new job, and so you actually have time. Awesome, Model Newbie. How are you? It's been a long time, hasn't it? It's been so good to see you. We're having a giveaway. I will post it, the link in here in just a second. So maybe you'll be able to win this awesome Seraph bust that I've got to give away. See, all these layers eventually add up to look more and more translucent skin. That's why the medium's kind of being important here. See? Let me take a look. Yeah, there we go. It's starting to get there. Yes, there's a description. You return, you fell asleep. It is late. Actually, we probably should stop so that we have some more to paint tomorrow. Okay? So we got the whole tuchus and we got more of the front to paint. So, and don't forget, I'm not drawing until both the streams are done. So, all right, this has been really great. I really appreciate everybody for coming to my stream and watching me paint my dreams. We're definitely going to be working on the moon face tomorrow as well. So I think what I will do is I will work on probably the back so that at least it's all done. We can work on the cloth and the hair and the moon tomorrow. How's that? You're good? Thanks for asking. You got a cheap little airbrush, so you're figuring stuff out. Awesome. I am good. I'm doing really good. I just released my first model, and I'm getting all of the shipments in sometime any day now. Half of them are in Tennessee, and half of them are in New Jersey, and some of them are in Indianapolis. So it's been a weird shipping ordeal. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do my end stream thing. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Bye, guys.